I'm gonna wait to see if Thomas joins and the others who are watching. I'll wait a minute. It's really a bummer that it was doing that because a lot of people stopped watching. So I guess I'll just sit here and look pretty until somebody joins. Come back, Thomas. Come back. He's the little guy right here. Look at how cool his feet are. Hey. Hi, Thomas. I'm so glad you came back. So, do you know what millipede means? Curious to know. They're terrifying. No, what's terrifying is cockroaches. 1,000 legs. They don't start off like this. This is like something that I was going to go over tonight. Some real fun facts about these guys. Not just show you, but also, tell you the things that I think are really neat about them. And so millipede, no, it doesn't mean 1,000 legs. It means armored foot. Hence like military, pede means foot. So armored foot. That's what this little guy is. And like I said, they can secrete a toxin if they're scared or trying to get away from a predator that's really, really stinky. That's a good question. I'd have to look it up. Centipede, I think centipede is the 1,000 legs because centa means like 100. So yeah, I think you're right about the centipedes, which I never ever want to own one of those. Like, no, sorry. I don't own things that are venomous or poisonous. Well, this guy's a little poisonous, but I'm also not trying to eat him, so you do want to take care and washing your hands before you play with them or handle them, and it's really neat to feel their little legs as they're crawling along. It's even cooler to watch because they're literally undulating. They are extremely aggressive, and that's why I don't want one. Same thing as I don't want any venomous snakes because that you're just asking for trouble. Like, if you own venomous snakes, you're eventually going to get bit. It's just a matter of time. So, like I said, I don't own anything that is going to kill me. So, like I said, I thought we would not only show him off tonight because he's a new addition. Hello, is it Reza or Riza? No, I don't make any of my insects or well, see, I don't really keep insects. I keep isopods, which are actually land crustaceans. They're like land lobsters. They're not actual insects. And then these guys, I don't think are technically insects either. I'm gonna have to look that up. But hey, you're gonna eat it. I agree. Isopods are the bomb, and I have quite a few colonies. That's cool, Thomas. Me too. I had like over 20 colonies. I think 24 colonies, and then my ceiling for what reason? So, anyways, uh, oh, cool. That's awesome. That's good to know. We're definitely gonna have to hook up. Make sure to, hit that subscribe button and drop me a comment. More than one comment, actually. I'd love to stay in touch. I believe that my email address is also in the description of the channel. So, yes, yes, this is genuine laughter. I'm very excited. I got a giant millipede. So he's something that I've been wanting for a very long time. Yes, I I noticed that too because I could hear the buzzing, but I don't know like where it was coming from. That was crazy, and I could hear myself, like the reverb. I could hear myself like shortly after I was saying something, saying it again. So I'm really wondering where my kitty is tonight, my moderator. I am a little concerned. I hope he's okay. I do vape. Children, do not ever use these things or smoke cigarettes. It's not okay. But it's like, it's my only crutch, so I hope you're okay with it. If not, well, I guess kind of, oh well. Oh, that's so sweet. Of course, you gotta love your mother above all other women. I totally agree with you, and that's very sweet for you to say to me. Thank you. And I'm really happy to have you here. If nobody joins my lives, then it's not any fun because I'm just talking to myself. Um, so, yeah, we're going over the giant millipede today, and he's still a baby. Oh, Thomas, you're mean. Yeah, so I had showed his little house earlier. I will show it again if you'd like. You guys make me laugh. Like I said, if I don't have people actually watching and interacting with me, then it's not any fun. But if I've got people watching, they're interacting with me, leaving comments and all that stuff, then we have an absolute blast. Is he a bot or something? It's very possible. No, Mary, it's not a centipede. It's a millipede, honey. Centipedes are the ones that are poisonous. These guys are not. They can secrete, I've said this before, but for you, Mary, to know the only possibility of being harmed, and it's not even really harmful, is if they feel threatened, they will release a toxin that's like stains your skin and smells horrible. That's their defense mechanism. I actually had him bite me. He was hungry, and it feels so cool because it's just like, no, they are not. They are not asexual. There's males and females. So he was hungry and he was nibbling on me, and it's like the coolest little feeling. They can't even pierce their skin, so there's no, like, you don't need to fear millipedes whatsoever. They come in all sorts of different varieties. This happens to be an American giant millipede. It is a baby, that's why it's so small. They can live a very, very long time. And Thomas, have you come up with any ideas for names? So, I'm going to go over some really cool facts, I think, about millipedes. And let's see, maybe I'll put him on my shirt while we go over them so you guys can see them. They're really, really cool. And like I said, I can't put them in my terrariums because my terrariums have isopods and they could possibly hurt him or eat him. A Bogdan or a Peter? Peter the millipede? That's great. You've made this like a lot of fun comments. Thank you. I appreciate it. I certainly hope that you subscribe to the channel and keep in touch because I really like to engage with my audience. Otherwise, this is meaningless to me. So, okay. So, millipedes make great pocket pets, as you can see, because, and they're good for class projects. Millipedes are regularly used as hands-on teaching aids by many educators around the world because of the fact that they are non-poisonous and something, if we don't teach our children that these are not things to fear, reptiles, amphibians, some of the arthropods, centipedes are arthropods, they're not insects. I was trying to think of the word. If we don't instill in our children that these things are not bad or harmful, then they will grow up with a respect and love for them. If we don't do that, then we're not doing the world any justice whatsoever, because these kids are going to grow up and be fearful of animals that we need on the planet to balance everything out. So, yeah, I really like. I have a few children who are viewers, and I am from Miami, Florida, but I live in North Carolina now. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Where are you at? Oh, Thomas, thanks for not doing that to me. I appreciate it. Especially since my moderator is not present tonight. So they eat a lot of different things. The care sheet that came with him, classified him as an omnivore, but from everything I had learned before, they're actually detritivores. So I guess they are omnivores. They eat literally anything. They eat dead and decaying leaf litter. They eat, feces. They eat pretty much anything on the ground that's decaying and dead. But yes, absolutely. They literally poop out soil, just like isopods. If you've noticed, Thomas, your isopods actually make dirt. So that's where dirt comes from, just so you know. A lot of it, at least. So I was telling you, yeah, I had 24 colonies, and I had recently a spider infestation. I couldn't figure out where they were coming from, and every time I check my isopod, there's another one after I killed one, a couple days before. And it's wiped out almost all my isopods. I'm so devastated. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars of isopods. So, I really now am just gonna kind of hold off on getting any more isopods because I am breeding the geckos. So, water isopods. Are you talking about the giant isopods that live in the sea? I'd love to have one of those. So yeah, this is a millipede, a giant American millipede. You know what? I'm gonna name it Millie. Millie the millipede. What do you guys think? You're funny. Is it Reza or Riza? Hey, Ninja! Oh my gosh, I've been wondering where you were. I hadn't talked to you today, and I'm telling everybody, I hope my kitty's okay. Oh, I'm so happy to see you here, Ninja. Oh, what are you laughing about? So you missed it, Ninja. Look what I got. It's a giant millipede. A giant American millipede. Look at his legs. The way they undulate. He's so cool. I've wanted one for a long time, and you can actually get them from Amazon, and they're relatively inexpensive. They're only like $10. So I finally broke down and got myself one, and I couldn't be happier. So as far as food, they eat everything, literally everything. So you can feed them a worm with a worm with 100 legs. Oh, Kitty, I love you. You're great. Unfortunately, Tracy's busy tonight and wasn't able to join us. Yeah, I guess kinda. Except it's not an insect; it's an arthropod. Leave you alone with your golden rabbit. Aww. So I hope everybody who's, joined will, of course, hit that subscribe button so you can see more cool videos. We go live every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, okay, so let me explain to you how their legs work. That was what I was going to go over next. They are not born looking like this, and they come out of eggs. The females will lay hundreds of eggs in like moist soil, and when they hatch, they don't look like this. They only have a few segments, and every time they molt, they grow another segment. So yeah, they come out, I'm guessing, like looking like little balls with an antenna or something. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, Kitty, I forgot to email you my other links. For anybody who is on Instagram or TikTok, I'm also on there as well as Threads. You can find me on TikTok at T.A.S.A Terrariums, and just don't get it confused with T.A.S.A Terrarium staff. That's a completely separate page just for my staff. And then also on Instagram, it's Sarah.Jennings, and Sarah with an H, Sarah.Jennings.T.A.S.A, T-A.S.A. So, okay, that sounds good. I like that. I'm not opposed. So the millipede has, he really wants that bracelet, Thomas. Look, he wants that flawless crested gecko bracelet. He can't have it, it's mine. But yeah, so when they're born, they only have a few segments. And with every time they molt, they grow another segment and also a new pair of legs. So, yes, the legs, unless they've been injured or something, are consistent on both sides. Yeah, absolutely. They are. So, what else about millipedes? Like I said, they're born out of eggs. They generally only have a few pair of legs, and as they grow, like I said, they molt several times. With each consecutive molt, they add segments and legs to their body, becoming more and more like the adults of their species. As you can see. So let's see what else. They sent me like a little care sheet, and even though I know quite a bit about millipedes, there was some stuff that was on there that I didn't know. So I'm going to share it all with you guys. So, okay. I wanted to make it look like I wasn't reading off something, but it didn't work. I tried. You gotta give me credit. I tried. So, okay. I already went over, millipedes make a great pocket pet and are perfect for interesting class projects. Millipedes are regularly used as hands-on teaching aids by many educators around the world because they are so easy to work with, easy to care for, they're friendly, you're not going to risk being bit, so on and so forth. And like I said, if we don't teach our children about these animals and the fact there's no reason to fear reptiles, amphibians, arachnids, arthropods, it needs to be instilled early, or they're going to grow up fearing it. So, anyways, let's keep going. And that's why they're used. That's why they're used as teaching tools to try and, teach kids about these sort of things. So they're interested in them. And It's like a subway with a speed of 1 mile. Yeah, that's what this is. He's just a baby. He's gonna get big. He's gonna get like this round probably, and he's gonna get like 3 to 5 inches long, so almost a half a foot. He, like I said, he's just a baby. So what else about millipedes? So millipedes, like I said, are born out of eggs. Um, Eggs are generally laid inside moist soil, like I mentioned, and the female can lay hundreds of eggs. One of the great conveniences about keeping millipedes as pets is how easy they are to care for. Like I already mentioned, they eat literally anything. So you can give them all sorts of different stuff to eat. I have been giving him leaves and arthropod like specific food. It's called Bug Burger and it's made by Rapashi. And all of my arthropods like it. My isopods love it. Our feeders love it. Like our feeder insects love it. This guy loves it. You know, people actually should not fear spiders either. There are poisonous spiders. I've been bit 4 times by brown recluse spiders, which are extremely toxic. Their bite literally melts your skin and muscles. Like I have a huge scar on my leg, like this big. I almost had to go to wound care to get it taken care of. And once they bite you, they leave a pheromone in your body that attracts other spiders to bite you. Hence the reason I've been bit 4 times. Yet I'm still not afraid of spiders. I love spiders. Unless they're poisonous, I absolutely love spiders. I've had a few. I've had some jumping spiders. I had a jumping spider and I've had a few tarantulas. I have so much right now though that I'm not looking to expand into arachnids at the moment because I've got my hands full with the geckos and the breeding and social media and all that good stuff. So I'm holding off on adding really anything more to my collection unless it's going to get me somewhere, in the like the realm of breeding wise. I still have a couple of geckos that I need females for. So yep, you're absolutely right. They are good for that, but they're not good when they end up in your isopod colonies and eating them all for dessert. Your very expensive isopod colonies. Like lemon blues. I've got a bunch. I don't even want to think about it because it just makes me so darn sad. Um, So, okay, back to millipedes. Yeah, like I said, they're omnivorous, so they eat pretty much everything. He's been eating leaves and they nibble. That's the way they eat. And I mentioned earlier that he was hungry one day when I took him out and he was nibbling my fingers, and they can't even like pierce the skin. And it's a really cool little feeling. Um, so, that's that. Now, millipedes, like I said, are omnivores, so they eat just about everything. They love eating decaying oak and maple leaves, and also bark and moss is a favorite of the millipede. And if you saw the terrarium in the beginning, then you would see that I had moss, a big bunch of moss on the side that I keep moist because that's how they get their water. They don't drink like, you and I do. The way they get their moisture is through eating wet things like moss. So it's very, very important. They need high humidity. They also need pretty high temps. Yeah, it's been a battle. I actually haven't figured out a solution. I really haven't. And I've lost like over half my colonies. So, hey, thanks for joining, Brooklyn. How you doing tonight? I'm showing off my new giant millipede. He's not giant yet though, because he's still a baby. But so yeah, they eat just about everything, but you don't want to leave anything in there that's decaying and starting to mold. You got to take that out. You can add the food directly to the soil, but I feel like that has more opportunity to mold. So what I do is I have a bunch of the little plastic ramekins from the dollar store, and I just put his food in here, his little bug burger food, and he'd love it. And he's eaten almost all of it. So, because that was like almost full a few days ago. But he's also got oak leaves in there, and he's got moss in there, and it's nice and moist. And he has his own little table with his own little terrariums on it. You missed it, kitty. I gotta show you. Hold on. Let me put him somewhere that I can show you. It's so cool. I love his little house. I made it like I would want my terrarium to be like if I were him. So, oh, he doesn't want to come up my finger. He can chill there. Just don't fall. Look, kitty. I love the table with the artificial succulent terrariums on it. I had to get it. And you know why. We do a lot of things on this channel. Sometimes it may be a terrarium build. Other times I might be teaching you how to make fake terrariums if you don't have a green thumb. So, we're also going to have special guests. I'm trying to get someone in the community right now that I think you guys would really like an interview with. To come on the show. And I do have other people lined up. I just haven't gotten my StreamYard together and everything. So those interviews will be coming up soon. I'd actually scheduled to have a live interview tonight. However, because last week unfortunately was canceled last minute, and this is what was gonna go on during the live, I chose to do this instead since I didn't get a chance to last week. So what else can we learn about millipedes? So you can feed them everything from fruits and vegetables to bits of dried pet food as well. You can feed your millipedes just by placing the food on top of the substrate like I mentioned, but you have more chance of it molding and going bad, and then you have to take it out. What? Okay, if you say so. They burrow, so birds they'll get them occasionally, but these guys are burrowers. He has actually two burrow spots, one right here and one right here that he burrows in. I'll try and show you. So he has a spot right here, and he has another spot right there. But sometimes he chills on top of the leaves too. Sometimes he chills on the table. Where'd he go? There he is, I think. Where'd you go, little guy? There he is. Yep. I just need to make sure that he's safe. So, I just think this is the coolest little thing. And that's just me. I don't know what else to say about that. So, like I said, they need adequate temperature and humidity. It's crucial to their survival. If they don't get the proper humidity and temperatures, they will perish, and you don't want that. Um, they like moist environments, like I already went over. So you have to make sure to add water, enough water for the substrate in your terrarium to be like wet. Um, where did he go now? Little millipede, where are you? Oh, there he is. So I did. My uncle had a fight with his son and he got a separate house. The funny thing is that his mother had to be his son a week ago and her husband a week ago to prepare food. Hey, that's a good name, Legs. I like that. Yeah. All right. Well, it's Legs the Millipede then. You named my millipede, Thomas. You've definitely got to subscribe now so you can keep up with them. Or Ashi, which is legs and oh, I like that. Ashi, is that how it's pronounced? I like that a lot. That's gonna be his name. You're gonna give me you're gonna give me the translation for legs in every language, aren't you, Thomas? So Kitty, Thomas got on to troll me, and then he couldn't do it. He said, which I'm thankful for, and we've now made friends. So it's a good thing. He was trying to get on and troll. But yeah, so they have to have enough humidity as well as temperatures. They do not do well in low temperatures. They don't need lighting, but I would recommend that you use lighting for all of your animals, even these little guys, giving them UVA and UVB rays, and making sure it's warm enough. If you're in a cold environment, you may have to put a light on top of the terrarium, like a basking bulb, to keep them warm enough. And also, I would recommend putting a hydrometer in the terrarium. That way, the temp and the moisture, and you know that you need to either add or subtract. So it's just so cool. And so millipede enthusiasts enjoy the fact that many species get quite large and can be kept in together in colonies. Sorry, I'm not able to speak tonight. Um, so that's something I think is really cool. They get along very well with each other. They are not aggressive, and you can keep them in large colonies. Like I said, I'm not looking to add really anything to my collection because I've got so much going on right now. But in the future, I will acquire more millipedes along with some other things too. So, stay tuned for that. I'm moving in this next week, so I'm going to be able to expand a lot more, which makes me really happy because I've been really limited with the room that I have. He's on the back of him. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, I love snakes. I have a I have an affinity, a very large affinity for snakes. I've actually worked with snakes more than any other reptile, both like in my own care as my pets and in a working environment. I used to be an assistant manager at a pet store. I used to work at PetSmart. I used to volunteer at the Caloosahatchee Nature Center in Fort Myers, so on and so forth. So I've worked with snakes more than any other reptile species. I will be getting into snakes. That's going to be coming. I just have to make sure that I can handle the load of animals and make sure that they're properly taken care of. So that will be coming, here soon. I can't wait for that. But before that, I need to acquire a couple more geckos because I'm breeding, and I have a couple males that are not paired with a female yet. So, oh, thanks, Thomas. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. So we can keep in contact. So, okay, where? So what do we think? Ashi? He's on my leg. I want to. Um, yes, I believe they all burrow. And Kitty, it's going to get somewhere between 3 to 5 inches long, and they get pretty thick. Let's see, Macumbo. I kind of like that too. Um, he's trying to crawl away. Um, Gosh, I'm having a hard time deciding. Okay, so everybody's here. Please vote. Ashi or Ashi, however it's pronounced. I think Ashi. Um, or Macumbo, or just legs. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm just trying to gently pick them up because their legs are really delicate and they actually kind of like stick to the things that they're climbing on. So you just got to be careful, like when you're picking them up, that you don't just like grab them and hurt them. Um, so what have we got here? Legs is cool, but slightly too goofy for such a dignified fellow. Okay, Kitty, so we're voting on the name. Should he be Legs, Ashi, which means legs in Japanese, or Makumbo, which means legs in Bantu? So if you
Macumbo.
so if you would like to vote for Makumbo, put a 1. If you want to vote for Ashi, put a 2. If you want to vote for legs, put a 3. You like Makumbo, Kitty?
Macumbo.
Would you please stop? I'm in the middle of a live. Like, go away. I swear. Anyways, back to what we were doing. Yeah, that's the booba. Sure is. He loves to do this to me, and it irritates the heck out of me, and he knows it. Yeah, I think so. A sheet was number 2, right? You like Macumbo, Kitty? So we've only gotten 2 votes. We need a tiebreaker. The second one is Macumbo. Okay. So I had said, yeah, I had said a she 1, Macumbo 2, and legs 3. Yeah, Kitty, you get 2 votes. This is true. It sounds like he does, doesn't it? It reminds me though of uh that kids movie with the lions, Lion King, Hakuna Matata. I don't know why, but it reminds me of that for some reason. Yes, he is. And that was actually like kind of a fake voice. He talks more like he's white. Like if you didn't know that he was African American or black, like it's not even really African American. He's black, and he's an American. So you wouldn't know if you were like talking to him over the phone that he's even black. So uh, he finds a lot of fault in his own culture, and sees where some of the mistakes, have been made that other, ethnicities didn't make. Um, right? I agree. Like he could totally belt out Hakuna Matata, right? Yeah, I've been telling him that he should like do voiceovers or voice acting because he has an awesome voice. I do like that very much about him. He's cool, but he's not really present. This is basically my channel. We had started it together, but things have shifted, and so now it's just me. And
No, it's not. Don't tell people that.
he'll pop in sometimes and say hello. You didn't let me finish.
Don't tell people that. You want me to come over there and start saying something? Don't tell people that. It's just your channel. Man. Don't even start saying that.
Anyways, so anyways, yep. While I'm doing a live. Nice, right? So I'm just gonna keep smiling and going on about my business. Where'd the millipede go? There it went. So yeah, he went back to work. When we started the channel, he went back to work shortly after, and so he's not been able to be as present. And he also loves to play video games, so I know he takes offense to me saying that it's just my channel now, but I'm doing most everything. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. He does help me with the animals as much as he can, like with feeding time and cleaning time and stuff like that. But the thought went through my mind. That would have been entertaining. But yeah, he's doing other things. It's not that like he's left the channel. It's just that it's become more of my channel. So I guess that's maybe how I should have worded it. But you will see him pop in sometimes during lives. He did edit something not too long ago and posted it, but you think Reese was a bot? I'm curious to know. we still never got a we still never got a tiebreaker on the vote for the name. Hold on, I'll ask the beefer. Booba.
Yeah.
So which one do you like?
Well,
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so he officially broke the tie, and the millipede's name is Macumbo. So, good going, guys. Thank you for helping me. I really appreciate it. Thomas, you're awesome. Keep asking questions. Yes, he is going to be a very big dude. Wait until you guys see him when he's an adult. Like, they get way bigger than this because he's a giant, an American giant millipede. I do, like I said, have plans of getting more millipedes, smaller species. But like I said, there's some contraindications as far as like housing millipedes and isopods together. It can be detrimental and possibly fatal to your millipede. So I don't suggest it, especially not with dairy cows. Like he'd be gone while he's molting. So, like I said earlier, that's why I've made him his own little terrarium, and I will be getting more. But right now is just not the right time. Got a lot going on with breeding. I have 6 eggs currently incubating, 4 crested gecko, 2 Benoye geckos, And I can't wait for those to hatch out. I'm so excited. Let's see, what else do we have going on? I got a gecko from Flawless, a female to pair to one of my males. And you think it's freaky? uh, I think it looks so cool. It reminds me, like I said, of like undulating. And that's the best way to describe it. Like they're undulating. Come on, little guy. See what I'm talking about? Their feet kind of stick to you. There you go. So, Makumbo, how you doing? He's definitely not hungry or he'd be nibbling me. He's had lots of food in there. So do you guys have any questions? Let me see if there's anything else on this sheet that I haven't gone over. Oh, you should once a week dust their food with calcium. This is normal with reptiles. They are susceptible to metabolic bone disease, so you have to give them added calcium. And I'm not sure what the damage is done from not giving a millipede calcium, but I would imagine it has something to do with their segments and like the hardening of them. That, you know, as they molt, they might have trouble if they're not given calcium to harden properly. How do they get? You do be undulating. How do they get? I'm confused, Thomas. How do they get that in nature? You mean like where'd he come from? If that's what you're asking, what I think is what you're asking, um, this did not come from nature. Oh, they find things that are rich in calcium. So, you know, because they'll eat like literally everything. So I would imagine like through shells and like also eating things that are rich in calcium, like decayed animals. There's lots of different ways that they can obtain calcium in nature. So I'm sure they do it many ways. But their bodies, I'm sure, also tell them when they need calcium. I have a gecko that loves calcium. All my other geckos could care less about it. My one gecko, though, um, when she's done eating, she'll sit there and lick all the calcium out of her dish. So that tells me that A, she likes calcium, and B, for some reason, she might be lacking calcium. I have no idea why, because I give them calcium every time I feed them because they're still babies. They're the offspring of a gecko that I lost recently, and she was one of my OG geckos, and she's not replaceable. So, anyways, those are the two offspring that I have from her, which I will show you guys here. I have shown them before. Kitty knows, but I will show them again here real soon because they've gotten so big. If you look back on the video where they had just hatched and I was taking them out of the cup, you'd be shocked at how much they've changed and how big they've gotten. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, that's the memorial fund for her cremation. So, you know, if anybody has it in their heart and, you know, mind to donate, I would really appreciate it. I've only got about half the money to cremate her. So, I'm just kind of keep I'm just holding on to the money that's been donated, so that I can add it with my own whenever I'm able to afford to cremate her. So it's been really, really hard on me. It affected me very badly. Kitty knows. But my millipede disappeared on me. I wonder where he's undulating to. Where did he go? I can't find him. I don't know. That's a good question. That's what I'm gonna have to do. That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't want him to follow. Do you guys see him? Where did he go? Do you guys see him? Me neither. I don't feel him. Let me put him back in here. Very strange. Please don't tell me I lost my millipede. There he is. I found him. That scared me for a second. Yep, you guys got it before I did. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, there he is, just chilling. I knew he hadn't gone far. You guys keep me laughing. I love it. Are angry men as attractive as Russell Crowe in Unbalanced? Well, I haven't seen Unbalanced, so I honestly couldn't say. And I don't really think angry men are attractive, honestly. He is, isn't he? I thought for sure he was on my back. I knew I was like playing with him with this hand, but I thought he'd crawled all the way up my arm to my back. So. He's so cute. I love him. So does anybody have any more questions about millipedes or arthropods in general? As I'm going to be putting him back soon. I try to keep my lives. I do go live every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'd really love it if you guys joined every week. You keep it fun, and I appreciate that very much. I try to respect your guys' time, and oh, too many legs. So yes, I do this every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you never know what to expect. I could be unveiling a new critter. I could be showing you like critters that I already have. We could be doing gecko artwork. We could be doing like literally anything. Terrarium building, both real and fake. It could be a special guest from the community. So it could be anything, and I like to keep it a surprise. That way it invokes like interest, and you guys wonder what I'm gonna be doing. So with that being said, No, the gecko's paint. You missed that live. We'll do it again. It's fun. I actually got a bunch of empty canvases already to do it again. Thanks. Uh, so yeah, if you join next week, you'd like to see a little bit of gecko artwork that's been done. I can pull out a couple that have already been made. I actually have one that I was gonna give away last year that my gecko Tetra had made. Um, and that she's the gecko who passed away, and I realized that I have a canvas with all of her little footprints on it. So I'm so glad that I did not give that canvas away. Um, yeah, I miss Tetra, and she's not replaceable. Not to me, and not to Cyanide, her paired mate. Um, I've been meaning to unveil something. I just don't. I want specific music for it, and you can't find it in the editing apps. You have to download it, and then like sync it to your phone. Like it's a hard process, and I have not edited the video yet, so I don't really want to give too much away. But I will say this: Cyanide knows that it's an imposter, so I'll just leave it as that. I'm sure you guys can probably figure out what it is I'm going to unveil by what I just said, but nothing can ever replace Tetra um, at all. No animal. I don't care what it is, can ever replace Tetra. She was like, she was the best. And she was the best. I saw her at a pet store that's like 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live because we don't have really like any exotic stores here. We have one exotic store in Charlotte, and that's it. Everything else is big box stores. So I was trying to find other like reptile type places, you know, exotics and stuff like that. And I found a pet shop in Concord, and I went there, and they do not specialize in reptiles. They actually like specialize more in aquarium stuff. But they had her, and she was a drop off. What a drop off is when somebody can't care for or doesn't want an animal anymore, they drop them off. And I've experienced this many a times when I was working at a pet shop many moons ago. When we closed throughout the night, people would come and leave stuff in boxes in front of the door. So that's what a drop off is. And if you do it that way, like you're not really giving the business the option, because no person is going to not take care of that animal that you're dropping off, and that's why people do it. Some people though will go in and actually like speak to the person and explain, I cannot keep this animal anymore, but that's still considered a drop off. Tetra was a drop off. She was a albino tremper gecko. Um, and I just fell in love with her from the moment I saw her, and I had to have her. I went back the very next day and got her. And there was a lot of obstacles in my way too. And I'm confused what's going on in the chat right now. Hold on a second. Yeah, I was wondering what that was all about. Yeah, she was. And she left me a little albino. So I've got a little regular type and a little albino that she left me. So I'm never letting go of those two. They would have been sold if she hadn't passed, but now they're going nowhere. They will stay with me forever. So, and with that being said, and they will also breed. I will breed them too at some point to keep Tetra's lineage going. So, and her daughter, like her albino daughter, does not have her personality at all. Yes, and I actually had a naming contest for them, and the winning names were Nova and Kova, because one's albino and the other one's not, and like a regular type. So Nova meaning light and Kova meaning dark. So those are their names, Nova and Kova. And if you look through the shorts, if you go to the playlist Crested Geckos, I think I've added it. Sometimes I forget to add stuff to the playlist, so just bear with me. um, but yeah, you can see what they look like. And they're so adorable, but they've changed a lot. And I need to make a video to show you guys like how much they've changed and how big they've gotten. He doesn't talk at all. Is he mute? Keeping an eye on the millipede. Because he's slick. Slick. Thomas. I think it might be a little bit more than wacky to wacky, but I couldn't say. Oh gosh, you guys have been really great tonight. I appreciate it very much. Sorry for the beginning of the live and all the reverb and the buzzing noise, and I know I lost a lot of viewers because of it. But what the wacky? You don't know what wacky to wacky is? Oh, so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it very much. And I can't wait to see you next week. And as well, please, watch some of my videos and drop me comments. And I love that because I like to interact with my audience very much. So, sticky icky. I'm not sure where Reza's at, but or Reza, I'm not sure. He hasn't told me how if I'm pronouncing it right or not. But yeah. I'm curious too, Thomas. But Reza, you better hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, while your uncle is arguing with your cousin, hit that subscribe button, please. Thanks. So yeah, Thomas, if you'd like to view some videos, get familiar with the channel, and drop me some comments, I'd really like that very much. So I look forward to comments. Right? Like, do me a solid and just hit the subscribe button. It's not that hard. It's free. Thanks, Thomas. Don't zoom in on me. He can't answer because he has to translate. I'm thinking there might be some things like lost in translation that he's trying to say or something. I could be wrong, but where are you from, Riza? And he got away again. While I was holding him. He is sneaky. There he is. He's still on there. I just have to make sure that my critters don't, get hurt, get lost, or stepped on or sat on, or oh my gosh, I don't even know what I do. And it's crazy because I never thought, like when I worked at the pet shop and we had the giant millipede, I could not understand why someone would want to own one of these things. But like I said earlier, I understand now. They're really freaking cool. Yeah, exactly. Because he's so small, and his exoskeleton isn't like indestructible. So yeah, you do have to be careful with them. Um, but Makumba will be well taken care of. Say goodbye to Makumba. What made me get him? I've just like I've grown like a huge interest in millipedes, and I've been like on the verge of ordering some different species, but if one of my subscribers told me that I could get a giant one, which I was wanting a giant one, as one of the species that I keep off of Amazon. So I went to Amazon and I ordered them. They're not very expensive. They're very cheap, and they are extremely inexpensive to keep as well and easy to keep. So um, that's why a lot of people keep them. But I will add more so he has friends and stuff as I'm able. I'll just put it that way. But say goodbye to Makumbo. Makumbo, say bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. That was him, by the way. That wasn't me. I have the only talking millipede in the entire world, you guys. That's something special. And they always do this thing. All my animals do this. Whenever I try. Well, sure, Riza, but I'm just about to end the live because I like to respect other people's time. I try and keep it to an hour. Sometimes we do go over. Kitty knows we have had a 4-hour live before. But I like to be respectful of people's time and not take up their entire evening with my live. So hit the subscribe button and leave me some comments and tell me about your uncle and his job and moral qualities and all that good stuff. So, good night, kitty. I love you. Thank you so much for, being so loyal to me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're having a great evening. It's still rather early out there. Lucky. But yeah, it's 10:30 here, so thanks, Kitty, for reminding everybody to hit the like button. I appreciate that very much. You have to hit the subscribe button and leave me some comments. Oh, Thomas, you're up late. Yeah, I know that like at least part of the UK is 5 hours difference from us because I used to watch a creator who's in the UK, and he told me that he was 5 hours before Eastern Standard Time. So, yep, that sounds about right. I didn't even think about that fact that you were up this late watching my live. Really? That's crazy. They're actually thinking about doing away with the time zones here too, which I would actually kind of like. But we'll see. You know, good old America. What can you do? Yes, but you have to hit subscribe and leave me comments because I'm about to end the live, dear. I have answered you. What else would you like me to say, Risa? I'm gonna be ending the live stream, sweetie. So leave me some comments or email me about your uncle. Okay? That'd be nice. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go for tonight, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same time, same place, unless specified otherwise. I love you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in, and much love. Blessed be. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it, and I look forward to future engagement with you. It's been nice. See you, brother. Love you guys, and sleep tight. Don't let them bed bugs bite. If they do, you hit them with a shoe.